Hey there, and welcome back to Confessions from Reddit. Today's story isn't just about love or betrayal, it's about choice, pain, and the quiet strength it takes to stay, or walk away. It comes straight from someone who lived it, raw, real, and unfiltered. My family. My choice. My truth. I've finally decided to share my family story. Not for sympathy. Not for judgment. Just to speak. To breathe. Maybe someone will recognize themselves in my words and realize they're not alone. Or maybe someone who has no idea what it feels like to be in a woman's shoes like mine will just stop and think. I've been married for 3 years. Our son just turned 1. And honestly, the first 6 months of our marriage felt like a dream. A real one, hand-in-hand walks, coffee in the mornings, plans for the future, laughter echoing through our little world. I was happy down to my bones, and I thought he was, too. The pregnancy was planned and wanted, by both of us. But it came hard. So hard. I had been through a lot, dealing with health issues after careless infections from my younger years, the kind most girls go through and forget. And finally, 2 lines on the test. Pure joy, and then fear. What if I can't carry to term? Doctors constantly prescribed rest and sexual abstinence. I was in and out of hospitals, protecting our baby like a fragile treasure. My husband was home. Alone. Free. I had my suspicions, how could I not? There were signs. Hair that wasn't mine. Freshly ironed sheets suddenly tossed in the laundry. But I said nothing. I was pregnant. I was trying to hold everything together. But what cut the deepest wasn't even that. It was when my husband and his mother started whispering about a DNA test. Like maybe the baby wasn't his. Because, of course, he had lived with women for years and none of them got pregnant. And here I am, boom, pregnant in a year. At first, I stayed quiet. I knew the truth. I had nothing to hide. I even told them, go ahead and waste 15,000 rubles if you want. I'm not afraid. They never did. Because when our son was born, it was clear as day, he's his father's copy. Case closed. After that, I threw myself into motherhood, diapers, late nights, feeding, cleaning. No nannies. No help. Just me. But my husband, he started disappearing again. First, it was coming home at 3 or 4 in the morning after hanging with friends. But then it became 9 a.m. He'd walk in, shower, and sleep. That's it. I may be young, but I'm not stupid. There isn't a single bar or hangout in town open until 9 a.m. I knew. So I did something I'd never done before, I went through his bag. I never snooped. Never checked his phone, his pockets, his stuff. But this time, I looked. And I found it. 2 condoms. Don't tell me at least he uses protection, I get it. Yes, it's better than bringing home God knows what. But still, that moment? That discovery? It was like the floor disappeared under me. A punch to the gut. I cried. Then I laughed. Then I screamed. We fought. I packed my bags. I left. And then, I realized something. I love him. Deeply. Still. Not for his flaws, not for what he's done, but because he's mine. Because we've been through too much. Because even with the pain, I can't let go. One day, he finally admitted it. I'm not gonna leave you for the first easy skirt that comes my way. All men cheat. It's just like going to the bathroom, a need. That's it. Brutal. Crude. Cold. But in a strange way, honest. No, it didn't make me feel better. But I thought. Okay. So what? He cheats. Once a week? Twice? But I have a home. A healthy child. Stability. Love, even if it's messy. I'm not poor. I'm not alone. I'm not unloved. Leave him? And go where? To another man just like him? One who'll cheat smarter, sneakier? I'm not justifying him. But I'm not destroying myself over it either. I realized something important: you can't hold a man with screaming and fights. That only pushes him further into someone else's arms. But if you live with dignity, love yourself, take care of yourself, it becomes boring for him to chase other women. Because peacocks with fake feathers are everywhere. But a woman who stood her ground, who stayed calm, who loved herself enough not to break, that woman is one in a million. So don't judge me. This is my life. My choice. My love. And the price I'm willing to pay for it.